There's nothing like a cold Insalata di Riso, cold rice salad for one of these hot summer evenings. And I prepared the rice last night, late when it was cooler, put it into the fridge, and this morning my only task will be dicing finely the prosciutto cotto, and I asked to have it sliced quite thickly actually. A little bit of Gruyere cheese will go into it. I am going to slice the peppers into strips and then cube them. I'm going to dice the tomatoes, and here I have the breed we call the Piccadilly pomodoro. But even if you use a large tomato, it will work in this cold rice salad. Simply take the pulp out and then cut the tomato itself into small bits. I'm going to dice the parsley, dice the purple onion. I would like to have some chives, but I used it the other day and there isn't the possibility now to cut any out of our garden. Then we're going to have pickled vegetables. These are called Verdure sott'aceto in Italian. They're preserved in vinegar, and they're going to add a nice touch to this salad. I steamed the peas last night, cooked them very quickly and put them in the fridge. We're going to be adding olives and also small pieces of dilled pickles. Actually, these are what we call Cetriolini, small little cucumbers under vinegar. Cetriolini sott'aceto. And what else are we adding here? I think that's about it. So let us get dicing and chopping, and we'll put together our cold rice salad. There can be many variations of this. If you're cooking for vegans, leave out the tuna. Vegetarians also may not want the tuna in it. There's variations on this. There's even cold rice salad with mango and pineapple. Instead of rice, use barley, use bulgur. Use whole wheat rice if you wish. Use varieties of rice. You can alter the recipes depending on your mood and your tastes of all those who are having this wonderful summer cold rice salad with you. So experiment. Now let us get started. I'm going to be cubing the bell peppers. Okay, so first we're going to cube the bell peppers. And I chose red ones just for color reasons, for the aesthetic beauty it'll add to the cold rice salad. You can see I'm dicing it to small. And there will go into the rice. And I can first devein it. I've stolen Pino's favorite knife to use. This is an excellent knife, the best one in the house, for slicing and dicing. Where are the tidbits going? You might know by now, to our goats. And then I will continue and add these to the cold rice salad. I've added the peppers here, and now I'm dicing the prosciutto cotto, and notice that it's cut rather thickly because you want little tidbits of it in your cold rice salad, like that. Okay? And I actually have quite a lot of this ham, this prosciutto cotto, and so I might set aside some of it and do a nice little frittata with the peppers, the prosciutto cotto, and even a little bit of this cheese, because I have a good slice of Gruyere here. Emmenthal works. Experiment with your cheeses. This too is going to be cut into small pieces. How about cooking the rice? how much rice did I use? I think I used perhaps 2 cups. Then double the quantity of rice to water, therefore 4 cups of water, salted, brought to a boil, then simmered. You want to experiment also on the amount of rice. The colors are already quite lovely, aren't they? One of the beauties of Italian cooking. And then we're going to dice these little piccadilly tomatoes. And we're using them because they don't have a lot of pulp. And so you can see, cut into small pieces. And they'll go into the cold rice salad. I'll add this prosciutto, but I can see that I have quite a bit extra. And obviously, if you're making this for vegetarians or vegans, skip the prosciutto. For vegans, you'll be skipping the cheese. Yes, I think that's going into a little frittata. Another good hot night dish. On my YouTube channel, you can also see how to make a nice frittata, a flipped omelet, Italian style. And you can make your frittata also in the morning when it's cooler and serve it at room temperature. Okay. And this is the cheese that'll go in. And this we are going to set aside for our evening frittata. And I will continue with the tomatoes. Now I'm going to cut and dice the parsley. I'm going to be cutting it first very finely, even using the stems. Now look at this abundance of parsley. This is not from our garden. This is from our neighbor Juliana's garden. I went down yesterday to ask her for just a bit of parsley, please, if you have any. And I came home with double this amount. She suggested that I do what she does. She rinses it off, lays it out to dry on a clean towel, and when it's dry, it's chopped and it goes into the freezer. She says all winter long we use our own parsley. So she has parsley abundance. Thank goodness for generous neighbors with parsley abundance. So on I go cutting the parsley, dicing the parsley. And after I dice the parsley, I'm going to be dicing probably just half of purple onion. I might use another half. This is an organic onion from our own garden grown by husband Pino. So I'm going to see. Might use a whole one, might use just a half. On we go with the parsley. Okay, here we are. We're ready to add our diced parsley and diced purple onion. Right in here. And now we're going to be adding pickled vegetables. This one I'm going to cut down the cauliflower. Some of these are sott'aceto, which were packed in, they're under vinegar. And I also have some for Insalata di Riso, which were under oil. So the cauliflower we're going to leave out. And then nothing like a few Cetriolini, the little pickles to add a nice little bite. These wonderful baby pickles, aren't they something? When I first came to Italy, oh, how I missed my dill pickles. But I've become used to Cetriolini. Now and then Cetriolini are a nice little touch to any dish. And in they go. I'll give it a taste before I decide if I want more cetriolini. It's looking quite lovely, isn't it? Now, it's going to need olive oil. And this is our green gold extra virgin olive oil. Settle for nothing less than that. As mentioned in other videos, if you don't have it and need any, our son Keegan ships to the U.S. his organic olive oil. You can see I've used quite a bit. And I'm going to be adding the juice of a lemon as well. And the tuna. But let's put in the peas in the meantime. And another addition which many enjoy is a hard-boiled egg. Sliced hard-boiled egg. So we might add some slices of hard-boiled egg. And this one has fallen apart, and that's the way it is. That's an additional option, which you may or may not wish to add. Obviously, our vegan tiramisu will not have the hard-boiled egg. And I'll peel this later because this is an egg which is hesitating to be peeled. There we go. Annoyingly sticking the shells. And we'll gently toss this in. Looks like I might have to even transfer this to a larger bowl. That's what I really wanted. Slices. Was not too successful. Now, there we go.